on today's app. It's probably like a 7-minute read.
That's not a book. That's
Yes,
an article.
it is.
A 7-minute read? That's an article.
Well, it's a children's book.
Well,
What do you mean? It's a 7-minute read for you. It's a 18-minute read for little twerp over there.
when did you write it?
I wrote this in
Your mic is so far from your
July
mouth.
31st, 2023 at 7:09 p.m.
Wow.
All body, no legs, no legs. All body, no legs, no legs. All body, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs, no legs.
Emily, I don't know anything about anything these days.
Yeah, girl. You know, chlo, I know you're really not one to drink these days. And
But
by
guess
that, I
what?
mean you don't drink anymore.
Yeah, but guess what I'm about to start doing?
Drink.
Yep.
Well, when I walked past that Coco Malone, what's it called?
What?
That bar next to you? Cork?
Coco Malone.
There's a bar by Chloe, and I won't say how near. Far.
There's multiple corks in the city.
Okay, and there was live music.
Jazz.
And I'm talking. People sitting out on the sidewalk. People having glasses of wine, not a cocktail in sight, just
No,
wine.
wine.
And
You want to know why I am? You want to know why?
Why?
Because why not?
Hey. I walked by that. I said, get my ass in there
Yeah.
tonight, tomorrow, and yesterday. What a vibe. And I went, anyway, so that's why you're going to drink this summer, to have that kind of vibe?
Yeah, I've decided I think I'm going to introduce wine back to my palate because I think that one glass of wine is exactly what this girl needs.
Give me a glass of wine, give me a glass of wine, give me a glass of wine. Give me a glass of wine. That's a song Chloe wrote when she was a kid with Maddie Forbes.
Shout out.
Now listen,
Listening.
I love a good glass of wine. You know that.
However.
However, do you remember how I've been saying I need to enter my martini era?
Yes.
How I've been going, one of these days.
honestly, no. You never said that to
One
me.
of these days.
Now this energy is already really good. May I remind you?
What?
Your husband is sleeping?
My husband is sleeping. It's okay.
I haven't stopped.
You haven't stopped
Because
moving.
guess what? A shimmy a day keeps the what?
Doctor
Good
away.
vibes still going.
Good vibes still going. My windows need to be cleaned. Listen, now that I know he's still sleeping through not one but 2 episodes, I go, I can make noise in the morning, eh?
Oh, yeah. You don't have to sneak around.
Because not a damn thing has woken his ass up.
Yeah, it seems. So
Now-
so I want to talk about martini phases.
Well, can I start us off?
As you should.
Because what I was going to say is I thought I said it on here, but I've been going, it's time to graduate from the Negroni and move on to the martini.
Yeah. A Negroni to me
And-
is not what I would ever want to drink.
Have you ever had a good one?
No, I don't like those things. Those ingredients are not for me. And guess what? I don't actually have to.
Yeah, you don't have to.
But I like
they're
it.
really good.
But Aperol Spritzes are the same ingredients.
Aperol Spritz is girl, Negroni is boy of the same liquor. Do you know what I mean?
But I do love an Aperol Spritz.
Right. So I think if you were still drinking,
An
you
Aperol
would like
Spritz is pink and a Negroni is blue.
totally. But anyway, one
I
has to
know.
move on from the Negroni. And the other day, I was at Zero Bond. What?
Wait a second. How'd you get in?
How'd you get in there?
What
I was
were
at
you
Zero
doing
Bond,
there?
bitch. Taking
Why?
a meeting, bitch.
You were?
I was brought there by someone who has a membership there, bitch.
Okay.
And I sit down, and Lord knows peer pressure took over because they go, should we get a martini and fries? I go,
McDonald's, I mean, a New York Happy Meal.
a New York Happy Meal. Martini and fries. And I've always wanted to be that girl. I've always wanted to have like martini and fries. Like you always see that and yap on Instagram, like this and yap. And it's a
Totally.
martini and fries and so many olives in that martini.
It's kind of like we invented like this and yap by
Totally.
having a podcast.
Right. You always say this stuff, and I'm like, do you know how many thousands and thousands and millions of podcasts there are? None.
None,
There's
because
only
I've never
this.
listened to one other one. Or this
I do
one
feel
at
like the
that.
martini, avoiding the martini is like a kid avoiding coffee. It's like one day it's going to come at you like a train, and you're going to
Yeah.
go, how did I ever live without this?
What about a Cosmo?
Eh.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's the same like elevated beverage.
No, a Cosmo has like juice in it.
Like,
Like-
it's in the
like-
same glass.
No. A martini's all alcohol.
I know
as
that.
is a Negroni. A Cosmo's not all alcohol. It has some juice in it.
Right.
Some virgin juice in it.
Okay.
Virgin pussy juice in it.
Yeah. Ew.
Sorry. It's right there. You think I'm not going to take a swing and a miss? Swing and a
Well, you
hit?
definitely miss.
We don't know if the bases were loaded.
We don't.
I
Never
walked the
will.
ball. And now we don't know what I'm talking about. But she goes, let's get martini and fries. And I tell her, I was like, I've never had a martini, but there's no better day than today to start the rest of your life.
Right.
And she was like, if you're ever
Yawning
going
because I want to pay attention.
yeah, and if there's anywhere you should try a martini, it's here. Lo and behold, a knock at the door. Lo and behold, I have this martini. And I think it actually ruined martinis for me because that's how good it was. This martini came with a sidecar. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, of course.
I found out that day.
I love a sidecar.
She goes, it comes with a sidecar. I go, that's awesome. In my head, I'm going, what's a sidecar? Again, I'm in a meeting. I'm not going to ask what a sidecar is. Sidecar comes. Here's a spoon of truffle caviar.
It's awesome.
And actually, it could end there because you know how freaking good that was.
I actually don't like that.
Spoonful. Oh. Whoa. What?
Yeah, and I
don't like caviar?
No. I don't think anyone. Can I tell you, before we get to the whole, hot take, hot girls situation, I have a feeling that people just like caviar to say they do. No one actually likes the texture and the taste of the yuckiness of the ocean.
That, you sound like a kid who hasn't had coffee yet. You sound like a kid who hasn't had coffee yet.
I'm going to tell you this much.
Caviar?
I've tried caviar so many times I couldn't even tell you, and I've never liked it. I've been in experiences my whole life where caviar was presented, yet I think it's literally shit.
This is so hard for me to accept, honestly.
Tell me why.
Because you are so of the world and worldly.
Totally.
And I would think that we would be on the same page of like, on
I
our
actually-
honeymoon, I had a caviar pasta.
Yeah.
I think it was literally the best meal I've ever had in my life.
Okay, that's totally fine, and I believe it. I think I'm on the other side of it where I'm like, all these idiots are like drinking the Kool-Aid of caviar.
No.
Get over it.
Let me be clear. I'm not going to go out of my way for caviar.
Right. But when you say it, you're like, it's so special. It's not that special. That's what I'm saying.
Sounds
It's
like
not that special.
Caviar did something to you. Did caviar hurt you?
Caviar is nasty.
Did you have a one night stand with caviar and they never called you back?
I would never call them back.
Girl, caviar. Here's the other thing.
Tell me.
I just found out about it. Kind of like how I found about sushi too late. Where I went a long time not eating this shit.
Yeah, that to me it totally makes sense. Whereas
like real sushi, not like California roll in the middle of town.
I feel like my parents gave me like an olives, caviar, and sushi when I was like 6 months old, and they said, eat this. You're not supposed to drink water yet, but eat this.
And you don't like caviar?
No, and I stopped liking olives as I grew up.
I don't love an olive.
Yeah, the olive theory.
I love olive juice. I don't love an olive.
Anyway, so I feel like I didn't find it too late. I found it too early, in fact, and now I'm off of it.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm just better than everyone, and that's
that's
the truth.
kind of freaking valid because I'm over brownies. In high school, I was all about, can we make brownies? Can we make brownies? Let's make brownies.
I would absolutely kill to make a brownie. My parents never made a brownie.
What would they make for dessert?
No, dessert. My dad would have like ice cream in the fridge, and he had one bite, and he'd go back in 10 minutes. One more.
But you were eating dessert. What would you have for dessert in high school? Growing up, kindergarten.
Kindergarten.
Growing up, what was your desserts?
Like we didn't have that in the house.
I always had dessert.
We didn't have dessert in the house.
That is a lie.
No, it's not. You know. First of all, my mom can't cook. She would never do that.
But Chloe, we've had so many nights stuffing our face with dessert.
No, I fucking live for sugar and desserts. Growing up, I didn't have that in the house. My parents were not doing that. My dad had ice cream in the fridge for one scoop because he's going to be good.
John and I have said that when we discipline our future kid, it's going to be like, you can't have dessert and you have to watch us eat it. And they'll never make whatever mistake again.
Well, I would...
Because if our genetics multiply,
yeah,
we are going to have to hide food in our house.
Yeah. I think my parents knew to not bring it into the house. Because,
but don't you think that would be like an awful punishment of like, not only are you not getting it, but you have to watch us eat it.
Yeah. That's so mean.
Yeah.
I think that the houses where you are not... your mom doesn't make or your dad doesn't do desserts and stuff, when you go to college... you
are about to pig out.
You go fucking balls to the walls.
Same with drinking. Like, drinking was so like, don't. And that's kind of American culture is like, don't drink till you're 21.
Don't, and then you did, and then you're done.
And then you're done. And then you're done. Anyway, caviar, I think it's, I
Yeah.
came into it recently and I think it's amazing. I was at this place.
You like
Zero
lobster,
Bond.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, we did this already.
I like it. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not like freaking out over it the way some people
Yeah,
do.
like I could freak out over
the way
lobster.
I'm freaking out over caviar.
Caviar. I
And
could
you
freak out over lobster. If
Hmm.
it's like, yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm at Zero Bond, and maybe of any ways you would consume caviar, this one would do it for you. Sidecar comes.
Okay.
What is a sidecar for those of you who are like me and didn't know? It's a little like ashtray of ice
Yep.
with 3 spoons on it. 1 spoonful of truffle caviar.
Yep.
1 with a spicy olive, like an olive with a red hot pepper in it, and 1 with a candied lemon wedge. You put the spicy olive in the martini. You take the truffle caviar.
Yep.
You put it in your mouth.
Yuck.
You eat the caviar, and then you get your
Palate
mouth ready.
change. Yeah.
And you sip the martini, and you swirl it in the caviar. I'm never drinking anything but this again in my life.
The only way I would ever have caviar is like caviar like on like potato chips because I fucking love a potato chip. You know? In that style.
You wouldn't try this caviar martini?
No.
Even if I bought it for you?
No.
Really?
I would say don't buy that for me. Buy me like a Shirley Temple and a foot rub and save your money, mama.
Girl, Chloe gave me a foot rub for my birthday and 2 ice creams.
And guess what? We're gonna redeem one
We're
tonight.
gonna do one tonight. Girl, that is actually the best thing you could ever get me is just a fucking
rub.
hour of a foot rub.
I would never want any of my friends to spend money on caviar and a martini for me.
Well, it really was revolutionary for me, and
But I like that.
And the martini
it
was spicy, and it was one thing I didn't know. My brother Kevin said this, and I think it's so true. Now that I've had one one martini.
Yeah.
The key to a good martini
Is the frosted cup.
is the temperature.
So
It's got to be freaking freezing cold.
I think I bet you that like there's a few places that I could imagine make an exceptional martini, that being any steakhouse, because they know how to do frosted glasses. No, that's not a question. That's a fact. Lucky's.
Yeah, no, this is a good question. Like what? Because then
Hillstone, exceptionally cold drinks.
yeah, a
They
place with
change
a
it.
bar that's very dark with underlighting on their bar.
Yep. Hillstone, they go
Uplighting.
so far as to you've had 3 sips, but you're unfogged. Your thing is not cool anymore.
We're putting it in a new glass.
At least 5 times a night.
Oh, that's customer service.
Yeah, that is what we should be getting.
And you and I are suckers for service.
God, are we? So if they
come over, they go, "How is everything?" I go, "You know what? Thanks for asking."
You know what? We want more.
But if they come over too much, I go, "Get the fuck out of my
Yeah,
face."
I'm trying to eat.
I'm trying to eat and talk to my friends.
Here's the thing, you could get me on something like a sidecar with something that I actually care about, and
Like
that sounds
Nerds
like
gummies
heaven.
or something. Like
Yeah,
a
like
Cosmo
a
with a sidecar of
Cosmo.
Nerds gummy, 1 piece of chocolate, and a potato chip.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, this did pretty much. I sat there going, I can't believe. And mind you, I sipped a martini, and I know I'm drinking pure bod with olive juice.
Yeah.
But still, I was like, this is delectable. And then later that night, I went to another restaurant for someone's birthday dinner and ordered a martini. Big BFM. Big fucking mistake. It comes, I took 1 sip, I go, I can't drink that. I actually can't drink that. It was so bad. And I go, how do you know if a restaurant is going to have a good martini?
If you know.
Because I know when they're going to have a good Negroni, or I know what you mean. Like, I know when I'm going to get a good cocktail, and if I'm not, I'm going to get a beer.
Definitely.
But martini, even if places have good cocktails, they still might not have a good martini.
No, I feel like it's all in the vibe.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
A martini vibe shows.
Yeah.
It's louder than you think.
French fries and mayo and
Beyond.
a drink and a Caesar salad.
French fries and a Caesar salad is also the happy meal of our generation.
It really is.
I think that I would not go for a Cosmo these days when I begin drinking again. It's going to not be hard alcohol. It's going to be an orange wine, a natural wine, a regular wine,
Yeah,
a
a
white
glass
wine.
of wine really can do you
A
well.
red wine to me, which I didn't really like before in my past life. But when I see
Dirty
someone
Heat,
having...
sleepy vibe.
Exactly. When I see people having a bowl of pasta with a glass of red wine,
I go, you're going to bed in 10 minutes.
You're having a good night.
You're having a good night, you're going to bed in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
You can't give a girl like me a bowl of pasta and a glass of red wine. Good night. I'm sleeping while I'm eating.
But what if that's kind of like you want that vibe, you know? Like, what if we were in like a cabin in the woods? Cozy.
Totally, but you are gonna get me going to sleep.
Yeah,
you put the movie on after my red wine and my pasta.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. I actually wish I could see a doctor about it.
And
I probably could.
you could. There's definitely sleep doctors. There's multiple.
Yeah.
You should get an aura ring and test out your sleep, how good your sleep is.
No, because once you start finding that shit out, you like can't stop. And I don't really want all the data on my body.
I understand that. I actually had this conversation with someone yesterday, and they were saying to me, like, I want to do like the stress test, or like this test where they hook up all the things to you and they like Equifit at Equinox to like check in and see what everything is.
Like once a year.
Time, see that everything is working, see that I can continue exercising and living my best life, and then be done with it. I don't want to every day check in, and I understand that, but I was so easily forgot all like I used to wear an aura ring. I used to wear the Whoop. I tried everything, the garment, all of the things. And then I don't give a fuck.
The garment?
Yeah.
What's that?
Garment, or I don't remember what it was called. It was like a watch thing that like you could test your like workouts. When I did the class, anyway. And I care until I don't care. But like, I understand when you are wearing it, you're like, it's just so interesting.
It's interesting, but then it becomes your personality, and then you really like. I remember when I would do the fitness rings with the Apple Watch. Like I would like when it was like time to stand, I would like really have to do it. And it's like I don't need to walk around in a circle until my watch says I can sit down. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
like sometimes
it
just becomes too much. But I do think I would like to get like blood work.
Yeah,
and like a vitamin level test. Like
test everything.
Test everything like once a year. Refill my shit, figure out what I got to be eating and doing differently, and that's it, and call it.
A part of me also thinks, like, why would we even do that? We're fine right now. We're healthy.
Right. So
just keep on keeping on.
I do also definitely know that sleep is completely affected by what you eat and drink during the day. And, like, I know if I changed my caffeine intake and how much I eat and what I eat, it would totally affect how tired I get and my sleep, period.
Yeah.
And if I ever want to look into it, I freaking will.
Yeah, you can Google it. It's very easy. It's very accessible to find things online these days.
Accessible information. Google Gemini.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking, she's so perfect. She's coming to the foot rub. Chloe and I are getting foot rubs after this, okay? We're getting foot rubs and frozen yogurt.
That's why I'm kind of like dying to finish this app so I can get my feet rubbed.
Dude, the way I'm going to sit there and finish my freaking book is unmatched.
So bummer that I'm not gonna.
Wait, froyo before or after the foot? You can borrow a book.
Wait, hold on a second. I don't want to borrow a book because I don't want to start a book that I'm already reading a book.
But you can just finish it later.
It's not really
you
how
have
I
to
roll,
read
man.
45.
I don't roll like double booking. I don't double fist my books.
So what are you going to do? Sit there on your phone?
I guess I'll borrow a book, actually. I think we should froyo before.
I think froyo before as well.
And eat it there.
And then, if we want more after,
we can get it after.
Go back.
That leaves us open.
I don't care. I'll do it. I will live the life I want to live.
Yeah.
Regardless of what my Whoop and my blood work says.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Well, we want to get more food. We should just get it.
More. Okay. I was thinking restaurants.
Yeah.
Right?
Talk to me.
If I had a restaurant.
Yeah.
Or if it was up to me.
Yeah.
I think some restaurants should do a thing where you go in and everybody who's dining there, they have a whole like lockers up front with phone chargers. Mm-hmm. You put your phone charger, you plug your phone in, you charge it, you put it in the locker, and you go in and you have your dining experience. I think that people would have much more meaningful meals, especially more when it's parties greater than 2 going out to dinner. Would have much better meals if nobody could have their phone on them while they're eating.
I completely agree. I don't even think so much that we would need to make a locker. Most of the beginning of my relationship and towards the end even, Ollie and I always would do like dinner without phones.
Oh, you leave them at home?
Yeah, we just leave them at home all the time.
Whoa.
And it's totally fine. If someone no one needs me that bad.
I really want to do what are they called when you go on a camping trip and it's like
your phone?
Technology free?
Yeah. Well, like the other day,
thing. I really want to do that.
You asked me because I left my phone here to charge, and you were like, "Are you going to freak out?" And I actually was like, "Wait, what?" Like I leave my phone at home when I walk Ellie. I leave my phone at home when I go to dinner with my mans.
It's really,
I'm not
me. I have my screen time is not that bad, but it also measures how many times you pick it up and check it, even if you don't unlock it. And that number's pretty high for me.
I'm so curious. I never knew that.
Yeah, like I really am checking it all the time like it's an addiction. And I go, I wish I could be a little more.
You are measuring certain things on your phone.
What do you mean?
Right? Like your work's on your phone. Mm-hmm. Your specials on like your statistics. You're measuring your success through your phone.
Yeah.
Sort of.
But aren't you kind of a little bit?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Well, through emails.
Right.
I haven't been on TikTok since I been in my book era in so fucking long.
Because you're reading instead?
Because I don't scroll before bed anymore. I just read.
It's healthy.
But every now and then I'm like, I can go on TikTok if I wanted to, and I don't really want to anymore.
Yeah, whenever I open it, it's really, really becoming clear to me that Gen Z is a very negative generation.
Yeah.
And as much as we like to believe that and when I say they, again, my astrologer said technically I'm Gen Z. As much as we love to believe that they are these carefree, like self-aware, accepting generation, I'm like, actually, it feels like everything is always, anything that they identify with or any stance they take is always opposing a different thing. Do you know what I mean?
Like,
it's always
you guys, oh wait, no. Sorry. I was thinking you were saying they're turning it on someone else instead of taking like accountability.
Or it feels like a lot of trends or stances you take is like anti-something. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Or like
me being anti-martini.
Anti-caviar.
Caviar.
And martini. Like there's a trend right now. I mean,
TikTok.
I guess if you're not on TikTok, you haven't seen it, but there's a trend right now where it's like propaganda I'm not falling for. And it's like, just basically every other thing I see on TikTok is someone being like, actually, you shouldn't like Chapel Roan because
right.
Like, or actually, it's the Bo Burnham backlash to backlash thing where it's like everything is always like, well, here's really the fucked up thing, and everything is always feels like it's like it has to. I don't know. They're like pulling the rug out of everything, and it's like actually. We should just leave some things be, and you should get off your phone and go spend time with people in real life in community settings. And not everything has to be like recorded and analyzed. And do you know what I mean?
Totally. But it's just like funny what's going on here.
Because we're recording a podcast, but this is an intentional recording. I'm saying like it feels like they like put their whole lives into like a graph of what's right and what's wrong.
I understand
Am I
that.
making sense?
No, that does make sense. 100%.
Versus just like living.
I think that also it's a part of the like angsty, like wanting to be different or wanting to be provocative.
Yeah.
And go against normal fucking things.
Totally. Like the idea in which you agree with the mainstream is like chuggy.
It's embarrassing to be like,
disagree.
It's embarrassing to agree, and it's cooler to be like on your own bandwagon. But
and also
not always.
They grew up with like front-facing cameras since they've been social, and so I think they're also extremely just like they put themselves in the center. They're self-centered. They center themselves in everything, and they're so whatever. Every time I open it, I don't know if it's my algorithm is just getting more and more negative, but like it feels like everything I'm opening is like finger pointing and like finger wagging.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what else?
Yeah.
Can't we go back to that dog that sounded like it had COVID where it was like, do you remember that TikTok?
Or like, table, it's broken.
Yeah,
do you remember that?
I do remember that. Or like, I'm a savage. Ay. Classic. Like, can we just do silly little dances again?
I know.
Anyway.
Also, you know the video of the duck, Kevin. When never mind.
It's ringing a bell.
Okay.
Should we do our first segment?
Let's do it.
And get to these foot rubs?
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for
Hot Girls, Hot Takes.
my hot take today is the DMV is actually not that bad. You just got to be prepared.
Okay. I like where this is going already.
The DMV is not that bad. You're bad, girl. You didn't look up what you had to do before you went. You didn't make your appointment. You just showed up. You have to look up what you have to do. And if a specific location has a shitty employee, I guarantee you, if you look up DMV, name of your city, Reddit, someone will give you the lowdown. Prepare in advance for the DMV. You can't blame it all on them. It's not that bad.
Well,
period.
that's like some serious, that's that's a hot take. And
Yeah.
that's some serious preparation, I'd say, to go so far as to the Reddit.
Nope.
However, oh no.
Well, it's like, would you rather be waiting in line or surfing the
No.
internet from the comfort of
I
your own
will-
bed?
Period. I will say the DMV experience when I moved to Manhattan,
Seamless.
the world opened up.
Yeah, seamless.
When you're in a
New York City
DMV
has the DMV.
Yeah, they're not fucking around. You're
They're
not waiting
not.
in a line. You
Nope.
get there, you make your appointment, you go in,
It's
you
quicker
get
than
taken care
Trader
of.
Joe's. Like, ding, 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 register 18.
Yeah, it's quicker than Trader Joe's.
But I've been to other states' DMVs too, meaning one other state, meaning New Jersey. And if you show up with the right stuff,
Yeah.
it's one and donezo.
Yeah, I know, but I will say I had in California, I always have to sit there and wait. Where in New York, it's
Did you make an appointment? Or did you just walk
I
in?
didn't know. Of course we make an appointment, right? Or you just show up when you get your license test or whatever.
can't remember.
You must make an appointment because they're ready for you in the car. Let's go.
No, for driver's test, but like if you do go renew an ID or change
You can do all that
address.
online, right? Except for the real ID.
Yeah, I have
That's
real ID.
something that I don't know yet.
You got to get that real ID, girl.
Why?
I don't know. So you don't just bring your passport everywhere? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You're just like John too. He's always like, but why? I have my passport. And I'm like,
Yeah, like, and I also have an ID.
just
so
because
what?
I'm always like, you know what, government? I'm gonna do everything you tell me so I don't get any problems. Okay?
Right. Okay.
I don't want any problems
Totally.
with the government.
Totally.
But anyway, that's my hot take.
That's a good take.
Thanks.
And
What's
it's
yours?
hot as hell. My hot take is if it's about a workout again. Sorry, I'm finding a lot of things that are really pinching my nerves when I'm in my classes, okay?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the workout class, when it is time to stretch, stay sat. Do not get up and walk out the fucking door because guess what, little bitches? That is part of the practice. The practice is to get your nervous system to come back down and sit when you're uncomfortable because you're in a class that is on someone else's time teaching.
I couldn't agree more.
Thank you,
People
Em.
getting up during the stretching part when it's like, you can go if you have to, if you're processing and running. It's almost always like 2 minutes.
Maybe less.
And when people get up during that, it's the equivalent of when kids would start putting their backpack over their shoulder before the bell rang. And I'm like, sit down.
Yeah, although
you're making
yeah,
me anxious. Like,
it
I,
is.
and then I feel bad for the teacher because you're making the teacher anxious.
Yep.
And then with the workout class thing, you're stressing everyone else out who's trying to get a relaxing stretch.
This is like the 5 seconds that we can lay down in Shavasana in our whole goddamn life. And you have to pick up all your weights and throw them on the ground next to me while I'm trying to have a fucking second.
No, and I
Absolutely
guarantee
not.
you, it's like your boss, if you were gone for 45, he's not going to care if you were gone for 47.
No,
or
you're
she.
Or she. I will say
Whoa.
that. Whoa. I will say that it's built into your workout. It is so not messing up your time or your day.
No.
If you don't have time for that class, here's a piece of advice.
Don't
book
take it. Literally,
Thank you.
girl.
So-
no, literally.
No, literally. That
I get
part.
really annoyed by that too. I'm like, you're ruining for everyone else.
And also, like, it just. Ugh, I'm so angry.
It's super frustrating.
It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me why for 3 seconds after you move your body, you don't want to like take care of the rest of your body. Like you put in all the work for
Yeah.
45 minutes. The 2 minutes after is your body's
always
best part.
stretching. Yeah, you really got to stretch. Otherwise, you're going to be 10 times more sore tomorrow, girl.
You can tell that people have been doing that a lot in my class, can't you?
Yeah, because you're really PO'd.
I'm really PO'd, and that's my hot take.
Well, that's a hot ass take, girl.
Thanks, man.
Should we do our next segment?
Yeah.
Okay, it's time for.
What are you reading? What are you reading? What are you reading? Idiot!
Listen up
What are
here,
you reading,
guys.
idiot?
I'm reading The Silent Patient.
I read this one. It's really good.
Did you like it?
I forget how it ends.
Well, I'm not going to say it because someone wants to read it, don't they?
I remember it being a twist of an ending.
A twister. So basically, this person has done some really bad things, and then she's in like a therapy place. This is this book, right? They're in like a
it's
therapy.
like Shutter Island vibes.
Yeah, and like she obviously is a patient. She obviously is silent, but why she's silent? She has not spoken a word. She will not speak to anyone once she was framed
I should reread
or not
that.
framed for doing this crime. And she is there with her therapist
Yeah.
or social worker or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, let me try it with her. I think I can break through.
This would be an amazing reread, actually. And I've been wanting to reread because it's like I have this library of books, not right here, but in my bedroom. I've got a library of all these books, and it's like, for what? Why do I own them?
Right.
Reread them.
So he thinks he's going to get her to start speaking. For some reason, he's super confident about it. But what is that reason? I don't know. You'll find out at the end.
Yeah, freak. I remember being so like,
I remember.
"Oh!"
I remember.
There's like like he knew her somehow or something like that.
I remember.
So, I remember.
Your turn. Idiot.
That's good. Yeah, I really do want to read that. I'm mark my words, y'all. I'm gonna write a book one day, and I'm gonna reread The Silent Patient.
I already wrote a book. So, fuck you. I wrote a book already.
What's it called?
Two Nuts in the Nut Aisle.
You didn't write it yet.
Yes, I did.
Where's the manuscript?
I have the entire book.
Can I read it?
You haven't read it? There's no way this is happening for serious. Or you?
I thought it was the book you were gonna write one day. You wrote it already?
I wrote it already.
Send me a manuscript. Where is it?
It's on my phone.
Send it to me.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass. How long is it?
It's probably like. Wait. It's probably like.
Put the mic to your mouth.
It's probably like a
sicko.
7-minute read.
That's not a book. That's
Yes,
an
it
article.
is.
A 7-minute read. That's an article.
What's a children's book?
Well,
What do you mean? It's a 7-minute read for you. It's a 18-minute read for little twerp over there.
you got to send it to me,
I'm going to.
and you got to publish it. What the hell are you waiting for?
Wait, it's about, but it takes a different turn than what you think, and it all rhymes.
Send it to me.
I'm gonna send it to you.
When did you write it?
I wrote this in
Your mic is so far from your
July
mouth.
31st, 2023 at 7:09 p.m.
Wow. So you wrote it 2 years ago
How did you not read this?
because you didn't tell me.
There's no way.
Why would I make this up?
I don't know, but
Why
that
would I
feels,
make this
it
up?
feels weird to me that I would have had Vin read it, have everyone read it but you.
Maybe you were waiting for the final boss.
To make a stamp of approval.
We got to get this published.
I
And is Vin
absolutely
going to do the
know.
drawings?
I asked him, but he won't. You know.
Yeah, the book will come out in 2048.
We got to find someone else. I bet AI could do the drawings of my nuts, but they're very specific.
No, you need a human to do it.
I want
girl.
Maddie Forbes to do it.
Can she draw?
Yeah, she's an incredible artist.
Have her do it. My brother Ryan can draw a bit too. He took AP art.
Well, maybe you're born with it. Maybe you learned it in AP art.
Maybe it's he's born with it.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Have you never seen him draw? He can draw.
Really?
Yeah, pretty well.
It's really cute. What are you
wow.
reading, idiot?
I
Wait, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, that is what we were talking about. Well, I said I'm going to write a book one day. I'm going to reread The Silent Patient. You said I
said-
already wrote manuscript for.
I wrote a script.
I wrote a script.
I did.
I wrote a script. That book behind me is the one I want to read. I haven't started it yet. But I do want to tell the story of this real quick. This book back here.
How about that? That's a good what are you reading? That's a what are you going to read, idiot?
No, I should do What Are You Reading? Real quick, my What Are You Reading idiot is last summer I read The Alchemist. I reread it. Have you reread it?
I don't think I've read it.
Did you read it in high school?
No.
It's like high school mandatory reading.
Was it AP?
No.
Honors? I never heard of it.
The Alchemist?
No, like in high school, I never heard of it.
Okay, well, it was like a high school book.
I was reading like Lenny Squeezing the Rabbits.
Me too, in 6th grade.
Oh, yikes.
No, that was like 7th grade.
That was, for me, freshman year.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
Well, kind of.
The Alchemist is a book about like chasing your dreams and following your destiny. But it's like about this farmer, this shepherd, this sheep herder, a shepherd, if you will, who has a dream about treasure and goes after it to find it. And it's just all about like, the path to becoming who you are.
Beautiful.
And it is a really good read if you are trying to, I don't know, if it's very inspiring read. It's a very,
Actually,
lots of metaphor, lots of themes.
I'm not, now that I'm thinking about it and I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry, that's the truth. I went away for 5 seconds.
Oh, so you didn't hear anything I just said?
No, I did. It's about chasing your dreams and for the truth, something. But I was thinking, I'm not ready to send this to you because I haven't looked at it since 2023.
So I am the final boss.
And I don't think I want you to read it until I reread it and I'm comfortable. You are the final boss.
You have to get it off that notes app and get it into a document. If I'm going to read it.
Why?
Because you're a professional. And you should hold
And
yourself
guess
to
what?
professional
That's why
standards.
I needed you this whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time.
But The Alchemist is a good read. It's like, just like, it's a very It's a good, and it's quick. It's like not a kid's book. It's a teenager's book,
Right.
so it's quick. But yeah, I
Teenager's
recommend
book.
it. I read it last summer and it re-inspired me about like, the biggest thing I took away from it was like it's like once you are on the right path and make a decision that's good for you, things start falling into your lap. And then before you have to make a big change, it gets really hard and you start to doubt yourself. Like it's just all about that kind of creative growth process.
And the big decisions will make themselves.
The big decisions will make
Speaking
themselves.
of falling in your lap,
Okay, so this book behind me, if you're watching on YouTube, but if you're, yeah, that was a great segue. But if you're not watching and you're just listening, it's a book called, I think it's called
Wait, really quick question.
Ikigai?
We said segue. We say segue to the next thing after segues, or segues came first.
Segways came. No. Segue was the word first. Because think about it. Electronic shit only just came out.
So it's
in the
not
grand
actually
scheme of language and time.
Because whenever I hear someone say, I'm segueing to the next one, I'm segueing.
No,
to
that's
the
a
next-
that's a segue, and it's spelled differently too.
Really?
You know how segue is spelled language, like when you're transitioning, segue,
Segue?
segue, say sieg, if you will. So this book here,
The what?
Ikigai. Sorry. It's a
The etymology.
the etymology. It's a Japanese book. I don't know why I didn't just grab it. I had to like leave it there.
Yeah, bring it to us.
Ikigai. I go to McNally Jackson yesterday, right?
You guys know it?
You guys know it?
If you
I
don't,
go in there to
it's
get
pretty good. You should look it up.
the 10X rule, because this person I had a meeting with at Zero Bond where I had the amazing martini, said you would
the
love this
caviar.
book called The 10X Rule. It's similar to Atomic Habits. It's all about like asking and demanding what you want in life. So I went to McNally Jackson on my way to you yesterday to pick up the 10X rule, and I'm looking for, and I love to play this little game with myself in bookstores where I go, I'm going to find it without help.
I fucking love that about you, Em, because I would never. My first thought is I walk into a bookstore and I'm like, where's the thing? They're like, well, did I look?
No, but to me,
I
it's
didn't
more
look
about
yet.
like, I love being in a bookstore and I want to maximize the time being in there but with like, obviously I'm on an errand, but I would
And that's
love
why
to
it took
draw
you so
it
long
out.
to get over to me.
So to me, when I'm looking for the book myself, it just means more time spent in bookstore. Because once I find the book, I'm going to leave. So, and also I love a quest. So I'm looking in the self-help section because the 10X rule is all, I'm assuming it's self-help.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold off on Googling if it's self-help. Hold off on Googling if it's self-help.
Did you?
I eventually did because I couldn't find it, and I Google genre of 10X, and it says self-help. So I'm looking, and this girl comes past me, like out of my way, reaches over me, puts a book back, and she goes, excuse me, sorry, walks away. Book tumbles right in front of me, falls right in front of me, and I go to put it back, tumbles down again, and I go, I'm supposed to read this book. I'm just getting better at listening to the universe in the littles
of the universe.
the tiny ways like that, where it's like I was looking for the 10X rule. I couldn't find it, even though it was in self-help. I'm scanning. I was there for like 5 real minutes. Couldn't find it. This person reaches in front of my face, puts this book, it falls. I put it back up, it falls. I looked at it, and I had just said I love Japanese books and Japanese authors. I said I love their style. I opened the flap. It's all about this is how the synopsis starts. According to the Japanese, everyone has an ikigai, a reason for living. I go, but done.
Say no more.
Fucking done.
Say no
so
more.
I bought this book, and once I finish all 4s, I am going to read this book next, and I will report back. But I'm just trying to pay more attention in my life to little shit like that, because like you don't have signs from the universe don't have to be always about big things.
You should read Science of the Universe.
Is that a book?
The book. I
All right.
read it and it changed my perspective on a lot of things.
Or I should go look for that one and see what else falls in my lap. Maybe Science of the Universe.
Maybe I'll
will fall in
walk
my
by
lap.
and throw it on your lap.
Yeah, so I have to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, y'all, another week has gone by, and here we still are.
Lucky you.
Loki. What?
Lucky
you. Thanks,
Lucky you.
Thanks for listening. As always, tell your friends, rate, review, subscribe.
And if you haven't seen Fixed yet, what the hell?
Go watch it, y'all.
Period. What the
watch it.
helly? What the ellie?
What the helly? What the stelly?
What the helliana?
Where's Stelly? Behind
She's
Jelly?
in my cooch.
All right. I love you, Chloe.
I love you, Bye.
Thanks for listening to All Body, No Brains.
Whether you're just cleaning your apartment, slaying at the gym, or strutting these city streets, we are always grateful for your ears.
Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And please subscribe to our YouTube.
We know how 2008 that sounds, but seriously, you guys, subscribe to our YouTube.
And tell a friend, too. Lilas.
What?
Love you like a sister.
I'm kidding, Em. I know what lilas means now. Lilas!
All body, no blanks, no blanks. All body, no blanks, no blanks. All body, no blanks, no blanks, no blanks.